So this is my, I don't know, 1 millionth attempt at this really frustrating Zapdos. Um, I am trying to do it without using any boosts, mostly because I was trying to use Blade Boost and then I just got tired of spending all the dust and candy on it. So my friend said I could do it without, so I decided to do that for my own sanity. So, um, the plan here is for Zapdos to just use Ancient Power target. Um, I don't even want to see the other move because they're all awful. Zamazenta does amazingly well versus target Ancient Power. It comes in with a shield, which increases the chance that you're going to get a targeted attack anyway, which is perfect. So yeah, just the idea is to get as many target ancient powers as possible and yeah, not have to see the other moves because none of them are good news. It's currently windy in game, so drawback is awful because it's boosted. In theory, Excadrill resists electric, but it's still really squishy. It doesn't take very many before it dies. And Zamazenta only resists Ancient Power, so yeah. Basically, Zapdos, keep the targeted moves coming, please. We'll keep the shields up, and yeah. The other issue with Zapdos, you might have noticed, my attacker is my Gmax Gengar. That's because we don't really have a very good attacker into Zapdos yet. We do now have Omastar, but it's an Omastar. It's got the same problem as Lapras. It's not the best attack stat in the game. It's not Gmax either. So if you've got partly cloudy weather, it's great. But I've got windy, so the Gengar is fine. And Gengar is going to come in now. And what my goal is to basically put a shield up now. And this is to make sure that when the max phase ends, my Gengar comes into battle and it's got a shield up. And it's going to increase the chance again that Zapdos chooses a target move rather than the other move. Because having shields up draws that target move in, and as you can see, it worked. So we dodge and we swap to the Zamazenta. That's something I don't know if you guys know, but you can dodge with one mon and then swap to another, and the damage applies to the one that just comes in. So that's quite useful sometimes in max battles. Obviously, we want the ancient powers to hit the Zamazenta. I mean, Excadrill also tanks them really well. It double resists anyway, but the Excadrill doesn't have any shields up, so the next move could then well be the untargeted move, and I don't want those. So that's why the Excadrill's not coming into battle at all at the moment, because it feels like a risk. So because I've got still mostly 2 shields up on the Zama, I'm just going to hit it 3 times now. As you can see, the Gmax Terra does a respectable chunk of damage, considering it's not super effective. Gengar's just got a really high attack stat, and it's a Gigantamax move. So, yeah, helps. So again, we're going to dodge with the Gengar, swap to Zama. The other thing you've probably noticed is I'm throwing Behemoth Blades, and Zapdos is an electric type. It resists steel, so you think, well, why am I throwing these moves? And also, we've talked so long about not throwing moves in max battles. In solos, you can throw some moves. The basic rule is you throw as many moves as will fit in a time where it's not going to cost you another boss move hitting you. So obviously the boss moves take time to connect, and we've probably all noticed sometimes the boss will launch a move and it won't actually connect with you. You'll get to the max phase before it hits. So this is the timing I'm talking about. You can throw as many behemoth blades as you can fit in without causing you to take too much damage from additional boss moves. And because behemoth bash, bash is really fast. Bash takes, I think, 1.5 seconds, and it does quite a chunk of damage for that time, so it's not an issue to throw it. If you're using Zacian, the blade takes, I think, 3.5 seconds, but it does even more damage. So both are not too problematic to throw in max battles. And in this particular battle, you do need the chip damage there. So my shields are gone. I need to refill them. So that's why I'm going to stay in with the Zamazenta. I probably did not explain throwing moves very well. Basically, you sort of add up the move durations of the moves you're throwing, plus all your dodges and stuff, and you can add up the duration of the boss moves, and you can use that to get an idea of how many moves you can fit in. I'm not very good at maths, so I don't do that. I just kind of randomly mash the buttons until I feel it's about right. So here we can see in the log Zapdos is getting desperate. That means that it's going to start getting stronger attacks very soon. And the reason I just swapped my Excadrill in there is because I messed up the dodge and I knew it was going to hit me at full power, and I wanted to keep my shields on the Zamazenta. So that's why I kind of sack swapped the Excadrill there. Yeah, so now I'm just basically watching my log thinking, when's the getting stronger? Yeah, here we go, Zapdos attacks are getting stronger. So this means that the next move will do a lot of damage. But we made it to the max phase, so that's good. And I've still got my 3 shields intact on the Zama, so we've just got to go for it. We've got quite a lot of health still left on this Zapdos. It's not even in the red yet, so I am quite worried. We're going to need to live this whole phase and do another max phase, and we're also going to need to do some damage. And at this point, it decides it's going to do its first large move of the whole battle, and it's Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon is absolutely horrific. We do not want to see that. Luckily, this is an ancient power. I was getting so worried. Like, if that had Zap Cannoned me again, I'd have lost. So, and here it is going to Zap Cannon me. And I'm like, oh no. But we're most of the way. We're like 2/3 charged. I don't think we land that bash. And I've just got to make it to the max phase with the Gengar. Luckily, we get the orb there and we make it. And now I'm like, will it kill? I'm not sure. So this is just this is basically kill or be killed. There's no way we're living through another cycle. So these have got to do it, but I'm quite worried that it's going to miss out a little bit. And yeah, so it doesn't quite kill, but luckily, as I'm clicking madly on the Shadow Ball, one fast move is enough. So that was a very, very close battle. I definitely made some mistakes. That was not optimal, but we did it. That's what matters, right? We did it without any boosts at all. And, you know, basically by using shields to ensure that I just didn't get hardly any Zap Cannons at all. We just took two in the whole battle. But one was right at the end when we didn't really need the Zama anymore anyway. Yeah, so hopefully this helps somebody else. And here you can see my not very useful Zapdos.